First video in 300 days. Trev's Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. Still too sweet. So, you're here. I'm here. We're all here. We're all good. There's a story, but let's talk about the story at hand first. New York Rangers finished their season tonight and not only set a team record in wins and points in a regular season, but they also won their 4th President's Trophy in franchise history. Let's talk about it. So essentially, the New York Rangers season didn't start in October, it started in June. And that was when they hired Pierre Laviolette as their head coach. And once October hit, they pretty much hit the ground running. I think essentially what I'm trying to say here is they won and they kept winning. I mean, they showed that all season. Let's talk about their season. So they went into October, they ended the month 7-2-0 record with 14 points. And their first 4 games were split, win here, a loss, win here, a loss. But after that loss to Nashville, they just kept winning, which carried into November, where they finished the month with a 9-2-1 record with 19 more points. And they went into November riding that 5-game win streak, turned into a 6 before they lost in a shootout to Minnesota. But I mean, 2 losses, and they weren't small losses either. Like, they got blown out in Dallas and shot out in Buffalo, but look, there's a 7-goal game in there. That's not a bad thing at all. Now, they kept the winning theme up in December, but also suffered the most losses to date in the month of December. Real quickly, though, I mean, we should mention that December 3rd game against San Jose. That one's worth mentioning because that was the franchise's 3,000th win in club history. You've got to remember, they're almost a 100-year-old team, so 3,000. It's a pretty damn good number. Now, January is the only month in the season where they lost more than they won. And they were, well, I guess at the time, some of those were important games. But if you look down at that one against Ottawa, this is the game where their 10-game winning streak started. And it went right into February. February was a good month. Only losing the 1 game to Columbus, but getting to take part in the Stadium Series, which they won 6-5 in OT in front of almost 80,000 people. Now, a 10-game win streak I talked about ended here, but they did tie a club record in win streaks with the 1939-40 team as well as the 72-73 team. Not bad company to be keeping. But just to be fair, they got that one right back 3 days later and became the first team in the league to 40 wins. March was another solid month for them, going 10-3-1. And I mean, again, when they lost, but they won a heck of a lot more than they lost. So on March 26th, they became the first team to clinch a playoff spot in the entire league. So, well before everybody else did. And they finished off the season with a 5-3-0 to finish the month of April as far as the regular season is concerned. So on April 13th, against the New York Islanders, that they broke the team record for most wins in a season when they recorded their 54th, and then not only set the new mark at 55 with a win tonight, being April 15th, but also shut out the Ottawa Senators to clinch the Metropolitan Division and their 4th President's Trophy in team history. Now, who were the key contributors to this, you're asking? Well, I mean, there's Artemi Panarin. He led the team with 119 points. I was really rooting for him to go to 50. He came 1 short. Oh, so close. Whereas Vinny Trocheck was a very close second with 77 points. Yeah, that was sarcasm. Had to throw that in there, right? Chris Kreider had 75 points. 2 shy of a career high. That would have been something to see. Mika Zibanejad and Adam Fox both had 71 points. So They were getting a lot of points from not just forwards, but also Adam Fox. And they're even taking Alex Wenberg to the playoffs. I'm happy for him. As far as goalies is concerned, Shesterkin's still the goalie of the future, going 36-17-2 in 55 games with 4 shutouts, a 2.58 goals against, and a .913 save percentage. So he's keeping them very, very, very competitive, especially with 4 shutouts. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't say it. If we're screaming President's Trophy curse, consider the fact that history is on the side of the Rangers. Of all the 8 teams to win the President's Trophy and the Stanley Cup in the same season, the Rangers are one of them, having won it in 94. The other 2 times they've won it, 92 and 2015, they lost in the conference finals. 2 eventual Stanley Cup finalists, obviously. One was a winner, one was not. So, historically, the Rangers don't really give into the curse so easily. And really, I'm not a huge believer of the President's Trophy curse myself, but that's a different argument for a different day. So basically what this means is the Rangers have home ice for the entirety of their playoff run, however long it may last. And I mean, to be honest, it was kind of obvious the Rangers were going to win this trophy anyways. I mean, yeah, it was close in some areas. Carolina kept it close. Boston kept it close. Dallas kept it very close. But for a team that's 30 wins at home, like the only other team this season to win 30 at home is Colorado. There you go. They just dominated this year. And whether it's a case of the right moves, right time, right players, you make your call. I mean, for the amount of goals they let in, they scored just as many. I think their differential was like 288 to 226 or something like that. But the differential is like 56 goals. So they're contributing offensively. All the lines are contributing offensively. But either way, let's ride this Rangers playoff train and see how far it goes. See if that curse isn't real, but like I said, I don't think it is. I would expect the Rangers to make some noise. But that's just me. So that was another one of Trev's hockey shows. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you've made it this far. And if you haven't made it this far, hey, consider hitting that like button. That would mean the world to me. We're still making the push for 500. Even though I've been away for 10 months, we're still making that push for 500. So if you haven't subscribed by now, trust me, it'll make you feel good. But either way, I got more videos coming. I got a couple written. I got a couple that'll probably take me 5 minutes to write. But either way, more videos are coming. So in the meantime, in between time, be looking for more videos from Trev. Later.